Hi friends and foodies, welcome back to my channel. Now before I go on to the recipe that I'm going to be doing today and the ingredients list, which you should already know because I put it on my community page, I would like to say thank you so much, sincerely, for the 1k followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call yourselves, foodies. I'm really humbled. When I first started YouTube, I didn't even think I'd get one person subscribing to me, let alone 1k. So there will be a special coming up, I say in the next month, because I have other things planned at the moment. But I will be doing a 1k special. For anyone who is watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing, and if you do, click the notification bell for new uploads. It would mean a lot to me. But that said and done, today I'm doing a recipe inspiration. As people may or may not know, I watch Kay's cooking. I think she's hilarious. I watch every video she brings out. And I can understand why some people think, oh, she can't cook or anything, but she's doing it for satire. So that being said, her latest video, I think one before that one was chicken and rice. I will put the link in the description box to that video. Give it a watch, give us a subscribe, tell her I sent ya if you aren't already subscribed. I'm not going to be following her recipe. I'm going to be doing my own recipe. As I said, I was inspired by it. So yes, I'm doing chicken and rice dish. Now, you can use any chicken you want. If you want to use dark meat, use the legs and thighs. You can use chicken breasts, but I find chicken breasts, if you're doing something like this, may tend to go dry. But as I said, that is your choice. Now I'm using chicken portions, and I'm going to be using maybe 3-4 of them. You're also going to need a tin of cream of chicken soup, a cream of mushroom soup. I'm going to be using white pepper and some salt. I won't be using very much salt because there's salt in the soups. I'm going to be also using a chicken stock, so you've also got salt in that. So I'm going to be using 2 or 3 garlic cloves. I'm going to be using 1 onion, and I'm going to be using long grain rice. So that's your ingredient list. Oh, and I'll be using fresh parsley. I forgot to bring that in. But I'll also be using fresh parsley. Now you can use any herbs or spices you want to. This is just the way I'm doing it. Now we had a storm yesterday, so it's pretty cold. The weather is getting colder anyway because it's winter. So this will be a hearty, mostly healthy casserole. So without further ado, let's get cracking, let's get cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is chop my onion. Now of course you can also do this in a slow cooker. You'd be doing the same things but adding all your ingredients into the slow cooker, as I will show you when I'm doing it into my casserole dish. Now I'm just going to roughly chop this up. Now I am going to add some seasonings because, yeah, I'm putting tomato soup, sorry, not tomato soup, jeez, wake up Wayne. I will be putting the soups in, the mushroom and the chicken. But as you know, some soups can be quite bland. Now, I've never tried these soups, so I'm just going to assume. Maybe I shouldn't, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, as you see, just roughly chopped my onion. I'm not going to do it because it's going to cook down anyway. And I have 3 garlic cloves. And I'm just going to roughly chop them. Now you can make them small if you want to. But I want some bite in there. I don't want everything so small that you can't see it or taste it. So I'm going to move these onto one side for a minute and show you what I'm doing next. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put gloves on for the next piece because I will be messing with chicken. So I'm just going to get these gloves on. Just bear with me. Okay, I'm having problems putting my gloves on, so I'm just going to do it by hand. I just have to really wash my hands. Now these are the chicken pieces. As you can see, there is a bone in them. Now I'm going to leave the bone there, because bone gives you extra flavour. But I am just going to take the skin off like that. As I said, there was bone in these ones. You don't have to, you can debone them. I just want the extra flavour, but I don't want this fat on. That's 2. As I said, I'm not going to use the whole pack. And then I can use that chicken that's left in that pack for something else. So there's my 3 pieces of chicken. I'm going to wash my hands and then I'll bring it back to show you what we do next. Now in my wok I've got some olive oil, and as you can see I've put my onions in. We're going to caramelise these. Because I said you want that extra flavouring. Because once we assemble this, we're just going to put it into, well, you can put it into the oven. I'm doing mine in the halogen. You can put it straight into slow cooker. It all depends on what you've got. I'm going to do mine in the halogen oven because it's cheaper to do in the halogen. And won't take as long either. Now you won't have to do a lot of pre-cooking. This is the only thing you will be pre-cooking because you want that extra flavour in there. So into there I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, not much, because I said you don't know how much is in the soups and things, and you can always take it out, but you can always put it in, but you can't take it out. So that's some white pepper in there. Normally I'd use black pepper, but I wanted to go with a different flavour profile of the pepper. And that's coming along nicely. And into that I'm going to add a handful of parsley, and that's fresh parsley. You can use dried parsley. And if you're using dried parsley, I'd say roughly half a teaspoon in this, and then you're going to add another half a teaspoon to a teaspoon in your casserole dish. So this is nearly done. I mean, the prep work for this doesn't take that long. And as I said, the cooking is only this part that you will be doing. The rest will be done in the casserole dish. Now, I'm not pre-cooking my chicken because I want it to cook within the juices and the flavours of this, and I don't also want it drying out. So I think we've got enough colour on that. I don't want to push it too far. I just want a nice fresh taste. So I'm going to turn that off and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Now this is the next part we're going to do. As I said, that's all your cooking is done, because the rest is going to be done in the casserole. So I'm going to just open my rice. This bag doesn't want to be opened properly. So I'm measuring out a cup full, roughly. So we're just going to lay that on the bottom. Maybe a cup and a half. Okay, just a cup and just under half, and we're going to lay that on the bottom. Now I'm not pre-cooking that because this is going to cook with the juices. As you know, on the packet it says it cooks in 15 to 18 minutes. So And then the next thing I'm going to do is add, whoops, my soup. Give that a shake. Just give that a push round. So that's my chicken soup in. And then this is the time I'm going to add my onions, garlic and parsley. So you're kind of layering that. Spread that round. Next thing I'm going to do is add my chicken pieces in. Add my mushroom soup over the top. Now of course I'm melting a stock cube, but I'm not actually going to put it in yet, because that's only if we need the liquid, which we might not. So this will now go into my halogen oven, and I'm going to put this on around 180 for about 15-20 minutes. Now it's coming up to 15 minutes, so I'm just going to take this lid off here. And as you can see, my casserole dish has a lid of its own, so I'm going to take that off. Now this is where I'm going to give it a stir, just to blend all those flavours in. And of course this isn't cooked, nowhere near it. Now I'm just going to put the fresh parsley on top, just to give it that extra flavour. We are going to put my lid back on, and we're going to put this back on, and that's what I'm going to do every so often to keep a check on it. The last 15-20 minutes I will take my lid off the casserole dish. So now you can see my casserole's done, so I'm going to put some of that into my dish and we'll give it a taste test. So there's your end product of chicken and rice casserole. Now I'm going to let this cool down for a little bit and just give you a closer look. Let this cool down and then we'll give it a taste test. So as I've already said, this was inspired by Kay's cooking, and it sounded delicious, so I wanted to do it myself. So there's a bit of the rice. That's actually very, very flavourful. Rice is cooked perfectly. There's some of the chicken. Juicy. Flavourful. That's actually not a bad dish. I'm certainly going to enjoy this one, my dinner. As I said, there's a lot of flavouring in there. I didn't need to add any more salt. I did pour in like 50 mils of the stock just to keep it moist, because obviously the soups I was using were thick condensed soups, so I ended up doing that. But yeah, all in all, a really nice dish. So I'm not going to say like, share and subscribe because I said that at the beginning. So until the next video, stay warm, stay healthy and have fun. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.